Okay, guys, I'm going to be reviewing cellular respiration for you. Again, the main things that you're going to need to know from cellular respiration are what goes in, what goes out, and where does it happen. So if we look at the overall equation for cell respiration, I always write it out first as go cow. Okay, so you might think, what the heck is that? Well, the G stands for glucose, plus O for oxygen, and that is going to give us CO is carbon dioxide, W is water, and then we're also going to get our main product, which is ATP. So again, we are going to get glucose from the food that we eat, or plants are going to get it from photosynthesis. Oxygen, we're going to breathe this in. Okay, the main purpose of cellular respiration is going to be creating this ATP. That is the whole purpose of cell respiration. So in respiration, there are 4 processes that we're going to talk about. So the first process is glycolysis. And this occurs in the cytoplasm of cells. Okay, so in glycolysis, going in, we're going to have glucose. We're going to have our electron carrier, NAD, and then we also have to add in 2 ATP. Okay, coming out, we're going to have pyruvate, and pyruvate is going to go to the next step. We are going to have NADH, and that's going to go to the electron transport chain, and then we're going to have 4 ATP. So we have a total of 2 ATP that's created from glycolysis. If we were to say what is the main purpose of glycolysis, it's going to be to create pyruvate. Okay, so we are breaking apart glucose to create pyruvate. So that is glycolysis. Next, we are going to have the prep reaction. So we're going to prepare pyruvate. This occurs in the cristae of the mitochondria. So what goes in? We have that pyruvate that we got from glycolysis. We're also going to have some electron carrier, NAD+, and then we are also going to get coenzyme A is going to be needed to fix our pyruvate, okay? So what is going to come out of the prep reaction? We have acetyl-CoA. That's going to go to the next step. We then have NADH. That's our electron carrier. So it's going to go to the electron transport chain. And then we're also going to have some carbon dioxide as a byproduct. If I were to say what is the main purpose of the prep reaction, it's going to be to change pyruvate into acetyl-CoA. Okay, so acetyl-CoA is going to be important for our next step. Our third step is the citric acid cycle. And this occurs in the matrix of the mitochondria. What goes in? We have acetyl-CoA that we just got from the prep reaction is going to go in. And then we're going to have 2 electron carriers, NAD+ and FAD. And then coming out, we're going to get carbon dioxide, NADH, FADH2. Those are electron carriers. So those are going to those go to the electron transport chain, and we're also going to have 2 ATP created. If I were to say what is the main purpose of the citric acid cycle, it is to create these electron carriers. This is the main purpose of the citric acid cycle. And finally, our fourth and last step in cellular respiration is the electron transport chain itself. And that occurs in the cristae of the mitochondria. Okay, so what goes in? We have NADH that we're getting from both the glycolysis, prep reaction, and the citric acid cycle. So all 3 of those are going to give us NADH, but we're also going to get FADH2 from the citric acid cycle. And then we're going to have oxygen, which is going to be the final resting place for our electrons. And then coming out of the electron transport chain, we're going to have water, which is the final resting place for our electrons, and 32 ATP. Again, if I were to say what is the main product of the electron transport chain, it is going to be these 32 ATP. So again, the main thing that you should worry about in all this stuff, what goes in, what comes out, where does it happen? My suggestion would be for the test is just to write this over and over and over again. And if you can do it from memory, then you should be good. So let me know if y'all have any questions, but this was just a quick review for the stages of cellular respiration.